for them to be able to create this kind of content and engage you and make you think that they are stupid, then maybe you are the one that is stupid.
What's the point of acting stupid?
Say brain Jota, for example, and some of us thought that maybe the content is not intelligent. But in my own opinion, it's very intelligent. Look at that. It's not, it takes a level of intelligence to create a dance.
What I hear from most people is that, look, if you want to do content and you're trying to be very intelligent out there, nobody's going to watch your content.
There's a positive side and there's a negative side. So I think we should rather let's look more on the positive.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Thinking Hat. Before we roll the camera, we've had interesting debates right here. We've been arguing, and that's the essence of Thinking Hat. Everyone is wearing their thinking hats, even if we can see his own. But even if you can't see it, you too wear your thinking hat and join us. We had a topic, but we are changing that topic because this current one is very sweet. And here's the thing. At Clem Red Media, we work with professionals who have at least 8 years experience. We work with NGOs and as well as brands and startups. One of the reasons we do what we do is that we believe that African professionals need to be more visible. If you look around social media, you find a lot of Africans who are doing content. Then we started to ask, does this content represent the intelligence the Nigerians are really known for? People say that we're very smart, we're very intelligent people. But the quality of content that we have in Nigeria, in the digital space, is it intelligent? Are the content creators intelligent people? Let us start. I'm going to introduce my gisters, because we are gisting. To my far right, I've got Clem. Say hi.
Hi.
Here's Judge. Say hi.
Hello.
And John.
Hi.
Okay. So question is, the kind of content that we consume online coming out from Nigeria by our content creators, are these content creators intelligent people?
Okay, thank you very much. So I will start by saying that intelligence are in levels and there are different kinds of intelligence. Yeah. So I wouldn't say all content creators are intelligent people, because you wouldn't say the one that came out on social media and wore pant and bra and began to dance, you wouldn't really call that intelligent. But there are those that you can classify as being very intelligent. I don't know if I can mention names.
Of course, they are content creators. We know them.
Yeah, okay. So I say if I'm going to classify some people as content creators, the likes of Brain Jota, like I said, I've seen the guy do stuff, and I can tell you that that guy is very intelligent, very, very, because you can see that some of his jokes sometimes has some stories that are backing some of those jokes. So it's not as if he just sat down and began to do some stuff. And in fact, it cut across even down to the religious sector and some of the ill practices that are done in some religious sectors, and some of these things. You see this content flying globally.
What kind of content? Nonsense content?
No. I don't mean nonsense content.
Even nonsense content, I think that to be able to put out nonsense content consistently is a level of intelligence, right?
What?
Yes, because
it makes sense.
Yeah, you have to.
Does it make sense?
Yes.
It doesn't have to make sense
to be intelligent. Huh?
Yeah, you are talking about the persons behind the content, not particularly the content in itself.
Yes.
All right. So let me use this analogy that I was almost talking about prior to now. So there was this video I saw on Twitter or X now, right? And there were a group of black guys that were acting dumb, and they were just doing as though they were in Stone Age and all of that. And one white man, threw a racist jab at them and all of that. And then somebody made a comment to say that you have a group of black people doing stupid content online, right, and gaining this level of traction, making you believe that they are stupid. Right, and you think that they are the ones that are not, and I think that they are the ones that are archaic in thoughts and everything like that. They were obviously acting, but they were acting really stupid. You'd be like,
What's the point of acting stupid?
I mean, they're making money. It's about it's content, something for you to engage online.
So they couldn't make smart content that people can learn from and make money
But
from
people were
it.
able to engage with that.
But people
content.
were able
What was the
And it
engagement
forms a
like?
kind of debate.
I mean,
What debate? What were they
content,
debating?
Comments.
What was
and
the
everything
what's the
like that.
substance of the comments?
Well, I didn't go through all of the comments.
Were they
but the
intelligent
idea
comments?
is-
Were they engaging debates?
I mean, this perspective that I just spoke about now is an engaging conversation. Now, somebody thinks that you guys are dumb, but then somebody now makes it a point to show you that for them to be able to create this kind of content and engage you and make you think that they are stupid, then maybe you are the one that is stupid.
Clem,
Exactly.
you use social media.
I do.
What
Definitely,
social media
I use
platforms
Facebook,
do you
but
use?
I rarely watch content. That's the truth.
So what do you
because
do?
they don't
What do you do on
interest me.
Facebook?
I read news. Funny enough, I follow most of the news sites on social media, on Facebook especially. I'm following Punch,
Arise TV.
newspaper, Arise, Al Jazeera. Those are the kind of things that I did. And apart from that, I have a lot of friends, my childhood friends. I connect with them on social media. I rarely go to TikTok. I know we have billions of content creators on TikTok. And I know I've heard a lot, but I don't like saying things. I don't like basing my argument based on what people say, people's opinion, because
So you
everybody
don't
has their own
consume
opinion.
Nigerian content.
I don't. To be very candid, I don't. I know very few, and to be very candid with you, I'm not impressed with what I see. That's why I don't even bother with content at all. That's just
That boils back to exactly what I'm saying. If the few ones you see online don't impress you and don't invite you to watch more, then I would ask questions about the quality of what we produce
Exactly.
on the scale that we produce.
Exactly.
We produce millions of content every day coming out from Nigeria. If she's scrolling through social media and our content is not inviting, then
Yeah, that means it doesn't appeal to her, right? In business analysis, for example, you have your target audience, right? Everybody are not the same, right? Just like the example I gave, there was a content that had about 200,000 or close to 1 million impressions and stuff like that on X, right? It might not appeal to you, right? But it probably appeals to somebody else, and that is why they are making comments on those contents.
So the question I'm asking is the kind of content that we generate, because the way I see content coming from a country is it's representative of the people of that country. If the bulk of the content that we're creating is just because of monetization and we're not concerned about the quality of it, then isn't that representative of the kind of people that we are?
I mean, that's true. That's the kind of people that we are. But we're concerned about making money. Nigerians are generally, sorry, I beg you, don't judge me. But Nigerians are, first of all, selfish. And that is why, when there's an opportunity to make money, whether it's legal or not. Recently we see that bandits were doing giveaway online and people were dropping. Do you understand? And so, besides that entire thing, but actually, I feel like it might help the intelligent officers to locate those bandits, right? Because now you drop your account details, somebody sends money to you. The fact that money entered your account means that it can be traced, right? So that makes it easy for them to trace.
So you're saying it's a good thing that they're sharing money on TikTok?
It's a good thing that they did it because I think they tracked them.
Yeah.
They were able to
But
track them. They've arrested them now.
They really didn't need them to give out money to track them. The people that posted fake news about insecurity, fake stories about the Ibadan banditry, they arrested them. They didn't share money. They only traced their videos.
I know, but using.
So do we need them to actually make content?
No, we don't need them
and
to
share money.
No, we don't need them to. But I'm saying that it makes it easier as a banker. If somebody sends money to you, once it enters the digital system, it's easier to track.
The person that collected the money is also in trouble,
yeah, but if you can make a case that it was online, see me now, yeah, put content.
But if the person,
I put my account number, I don't think.
But the person shows you that it's a bandit and asks you for your account details, and you dropped it and collected the money.
Can we even sorry, I want to take us to something else, another topic. Sorry, the same topic, but another person in question. Yeah. Yes, and we're talking about what's her name again? Blessing CEO. She does a lot of content. I don't know if you guys have listened to her content, watched her videos and all that. And part of what, the content that she did recently that got her apprehended by the police was about what? And
she said she was sick, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, she was sick.
Would you call that being intelligent? Because
is that being intelligent?
No. I mentioned that intelligence are in levels.
Yeah.
There's a positive side and there's
intelligence, right?
There's a positive side. No. There's a positive side and there's a negative side. So I think we should rather let's look more on the positive side of it.
Okay, but the truth is, before we started, like she
I'm
said,
not-
before we started the videoing and all that, we had this conversation, and it was like a blanket thing for both of you. You were like, isn't, they're intelligent people, that do content. Well, when we started the real thing, you started talking about in the summer.
So from my perspective,
No. You know we're on camera now.
They have to think twice.
So from my perspective, yes. Like I also mentioned at that time, we can't judge the entire content creation ecosystem by some few bad heads, right? In my opinion, I think that we produce a lot of very good content in Nigeria. They might not particularly relate to you, right? You might not see the content as intelligent. And then we made an example of, say, Brain Jotter, for example. And, some of us thought that maybe the content is not intelligent. But in my own opinion, it's very intelligent. Mm-hmm. Look at that. It takes a level of intelligence to create a dance and do that consistently.
Yeah.
Right? You do one dance, it trends. Right? You do another dance, it trends. And that's intelligence. I mean, what can you try to do that and see it to trend? Right?
I think that he's an entertainer, so we can forgive that, not forgive, you can permit that kind of content. It's entertaining. It's not silly in the sense of silly. But overall, if you want to gauge the amount of content that comes out from Nigeria, how many percentage of it would you say it represents the intelligence that we portray as that we're very proud of as Nigerians?
So that's a different conversation, right?
How?
Yeah, you're saying that. How many of the
I'm taking that from your sentence. You said don't judge us by a few. Is it a few or a lot?
No. I'm not saying judge us. I'm saying don't judge the entire ecosystem by a few.
So in the entire ecosystem, how much of it would you categorize as intelligent content?
No, I think for me,
so
up to 70%.
How many percent?
Up to 70%.
70%.
Yes.
I've had some sort of conversations at work concerning topics like this, and from the conversations we've had, what I hear from most people is that, look, if you want to do content and you're trying to be very intelligent out there, nobody's going to watch your content. If you're trying to be smart, because I've seen like one or two, because sometimes, on Facebook, these things just pop up on your page and, and if you have that time and you have the patience, you can actually go through and try to hear, okay, what's this one talking about? Let me even just listen. And when you see people like that, there's this lady that talks about law. She's a lawyer, so everything she talks, her content is basically on law. She teaches different things that have to do with law. She's a professional there. So, but if you look at her comments and her likes, you don't have too many likes and comments on that particular page. But when you go to some pages where people are just being,
mischievous.
I don't even think maybe intelligence is equal. I think maybe creativity. Some people are quite creative, right? They're really gifted with that. Everyone has a special gift that God gave to them, and you discover it and then you use it to make money. Some people that are quite creative and all that, and do some kind of silly things. I'm sorry to use that word, they really get a lot of views. They do get a lot of views. They do get a lot of comments.
So the sillier you are, the more money you can make.
How will you define intelligence?
Some people.
Creativity embedded in intelligence.
What actually is the creativity that they do? Okay, let me. I've said that.
Talk about that.
Yeah, what is the creativity behind what they're doing? Creativity, in my idea, Brain Jotter now, that's creativity. I mean, creating dance steps is creativity. But you come online and you are just talking nonsense, and you know that if I say this nonsense long enough, it will fly. People would like to listen to this there's nothing creative about that. There's nothing creative about setting a camera and speaking.
Yes. So you know that. So from my perspective, you know that if I continue to say this, people will like it, and then it will turn to revenue for me.
And that's intelligence.
That's intelligence?
Yes, that is it. It is some form of intelligence. It is. It's recognizing opportunities and leveraging on it. That's some level of intelligence.
Recognizing opportunities and leveraging
on it. Yeah, that's it. That's some level of intelligence. Some people will not.
Yes.
Some people have those kind of opinions and they just sit down. And I've interfaced with a lot
of content. Are we proud of this level of intelligence that we are putting out as Nigerians?
That was why I was so particular when I said, let us focus more on the positive aspect.
No. Let's do the two. Because we are putting the two. We're putting the two out there.
I don't have anything to say about the other side. That was why I was so just very specific brain jotter when I was mentioning brain jotter.
But brain jotter is one out of the millions of creators we have. Are we proud of the over?
So I'm not talking about Zazu. Then am I talking about another one?
Some of these people never feature on my social media page. They will never feature because they will permanently.
Why bring up content?
I think I'll say he started this thing about content creating. There's this guy. The way he talks, he's not too tall. I think he's from Benin or something. I would say that guy is very intelligent with the kind of thing he puts out there.
What does he generally talk about?
He talks about politics. He talks about things
now you're
that are
talking
really
now.
happening that affect you as an individual.
That's intelligent. That's my appraisal of intelligence.
A long time ago. It's one of
I
those
think
things
I
that
know
before
him.
content creation started becoming a thing.
I don't know his name, but my brother watches. I don't watch that kind of content.
He got married like 2 years ago. No, it's not about. No. He started this thing about content. He was the one. He started a long time ago. Before this thing, before they started monetizing social media, and everybody now started, trying to key into it because of the monetary aspect of it. But he wasn't doing it because of. But he was doing it because he had a passion for whatever he was talking about.
Something just came to mind.
Yeah.
If we're saying that, maybe a justification for the people that create this kind of content, if we say that they are creating nonsense content and it's a nonsense content that gets traction,
Definitely.
it means that it's a reflection of who we are. It's the kind of content that we actually want.
Because even when the music industry started, it was almost like the same thing. I mean, people are singing, you cannot even make sense of what they're actually singing about. What they're singing. And then it's selling. And it's selling.
And that's what sells.
And that's what sells.
The sensible ones don't sell much.
Have you seen the recent song that this guy sang? What's the name of this guy? It's not Two-Face. He has hair like Timidakolo.
Okay.
My brother.
Yeah.
Something my brother. And you know the comments on that.
That's also a reflection of who we are today.
Do you know the comments on that song? The general comments.
Anyway, I didn't see the comments, but I know it's
People were yabbing to me that no brother, there's no, he was saying that you're my brother, if you're low, you get man day, something like that. And people were like, man, no day, everybody's himself. You self, who you don't day for?
Whoa.
No, I mean, those ones are just.
I'm like, from where to where now?
Okay, so I'm very biased about this topic, right? Because I feel like if I'm not getting it very well.
Explain to us. So yeah, collect mic. Let us get it.
Okay, so and I also say this, that I think that this is one of the problems that we have as parents, trying to raise up kids, and for some of us growing up and everything like that. I think we have a biased perspective to what intelligence is. And we think that intelligence has to be something that is educative, or something that is law, or something that is teaching you how to do things, or something. You think that is what intelligent content is, right? But I don't particularly agree. Those contents are called educative content, right? There could be, there's entertainment content, there's lifestyle content. All of those kind of things. There's a wide range of things that you can actually call content, right? And so because they are not educative, because you are not learning from them, or there's a type of content that is just for scrolling, just to keep you engaged. Nothing deep. You're not learning from it. You're not, and there's a market for it. And because you said something now that maybe it's a reflection of the kind of people that we have. But then those kind of stuff doesn't just happen in Nigeria. It happens in the UK. It happens everywhere, right? We have those kind of contents there too. Right, and so it's not just about Nigeria or US or UK. It's just people. There are some people that they are just on social media. They are not looking for anything educative. They don't want to exercise. They don't want to stress their brain at that point. They just want to watch something.
So
so the idea is to be engaged.
Exactly, and then
the engagement is the idea.
Do you get?
So how do you measure your social media performance? But what you see the most is number of engagements. Even only is number of engagement. So I think the major thing that they're looking out for there is the engagement. So once they're able to capture, and once they're able to engage you, you got you engaged. And you said something about to make reference to it.
My fear with this kind of engagement,
it takes a level of intelligence to get there. You don't just get there anyhow. It takes a level of intelligence to get there.
So do you mean that every kind of content goes? As long as it strikes engagement.
No.
No, now
Let us understand.
Now
let's
we're
fine
moving
tune it.
No, you just.
We're changing the conversation.
We're not now.
Yes, we are moving to the ethical basis of
No,
content.
forget ethics.
No, now we're talking about the people that make content creators. Are they intelligent or not? Or are a bulk of them intelligent or not? I think that a number of them are intelligent.
I think they're not.
Because it
does not require you.
Why do you say
for
that?
you to do something consistently. So maybe if you do one content once now and then it blows.
I'm sorry to use this word. Idiots do the same thing consistently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You don't have to be intelligent to do something consistently.
Not consistently. No. It's not. No. You're not getting the context, right? So the context is that you're doing something consistently to catch my attention, and they're like you are blowing consistently. So, I mean, a lot of us do videos, right? We're online a lot of times, and we try to do content, right? So, for me to do this, right, and I get 1 million views, and then I do this, and then I get 1.5 million views, and I keep on doing it, and I'm getting. That means I know something that you don't know about getting people's attention.
So maybe we should check the definition of intelligence. This conversation.
Yes, I think maybe that would be important.
Who's checking for us? What is intelligence? Because I don't really agree. That this kind of content takes. There's a kind of content that requires a level of intelligence. Others just require you to set up a camera and shoot. In fact, it is the irritation. People are irritated. That's why you're having more engagement. It's irritation that you are farming. You are farming their irritation. Because if you look at the responses of people under those sort of content, it's largely irritation. But you're saying that I irritate you, and because I irritate you, I make money from your irritation. And you're saying that's creativity?
No, they're saying that's intelligence.
That's intelligence?
It's some form of intelligence.
To be irritable?
As long as
it's making money.
As long as it's making me money. So there's this joke that we used to say. I mean, I work, or she says I work, like among my friends, na shame no make me turn millionaire like this. So I will just go TikTok, they dance. I will just go TikTok, they dance, right? Because
and the more ridiculous your dance, the faster you make.
Do you understand? At the end of the day,
is that intelligence?
Money is the cocoa.
Do you need to be intelligent too?
Not to be able to dance the dance that would catch everybody's attention is some form of intelligence. In maybe the entertainment space.
What's the end goal? So, most of what we do.
I don't agree with that.
What's the end point?
Money and impact for me. They are Siamese twins. For me, I said for
which
me.
one comes first?
Impact. The reason I say money and impact is you can't live life without money. Unless you want to deceive ourselves. You need money even to make impact.
At least
so
at a comfortable level.
Yes. So I always analyze content because I'm a communications person, I'm asking, what are you communicating? What are you passing? Aside making money, you're making me irritable with farm engagement, would increase your metrics. Meta will pay you, TikTok will pay you, YouTube would even pay you. But the question is,
you might even get endorsement deals. That's
you might even you do even get endorsement deals.
Yes, now because you are able to market, you have an audience.
An audience that are consuming what?
Whatever they are consuming, brands now think that okay, because you have this audience, I mean, you can then be, you can put my product in your.
They can have traction.
You can have traction.
Because they're actually after the money. I mean, if I'm a business person, I'm a businessman, businesswoman, or whatever. Definitely, I'll put my money there because I'm just being business savvy.
Just to put it in the eyes.
That is just it. So that is just it.
So the definition of intelligence is the mental capacity.
Oh, here, take your mic.
Intelligence is the mental capacity to acquire and apply knowledge, understand complex concepts, reason, and adapt to new situations.
Read it again. Wait, calm down. Read it again. Louder this time. Let me read. Your volume was going down. Move the mic up.
Okay, intelligence is the mental capacity to acquire and apply knowledge. Understand complex concepts.
Understand what?
Complex concepts, reason, and adapt to new situations.
What's complex about wearing underwear and dancing on TikTok?
No. The complexity is doing it enough to have The number of
No,
followers.
for irritable content, you don't need to. You just need to do it. People will be irritated.
No, can we try?
Oh, you try? You try?
No, let somebody do it now. I'll see if you blow now. I'll see if you blow consistently.
Oh, but you will.
It takes a lot of skill.
But you will.
You will not.
Oh, you will.
Okay, so you believe that everybody doing irritable content now?
Will blow. Yes.
No, I doubt it. I mean,
No, eventually
they will.
No, you will not. You don't. You will not. You might not.
Why wouldn't you? You will.
Because there's a level of skill.
Most of those people.
No, it doesn't take
Yes.
skills.
In that definition, you mentioned. I think you mentioned creativity in that definition.
Yeah, no, it doesn't particularly mention creativity.
It's to adapt
It says
complex
adapt
Now-
to new situations.
So I'm able to create something. So that's what they call the creative intelligence. I'm able to understand your emotion, how you're going to react. I'm able to understand. That's also what they call social intelligence. So I'm able to understand all of these parameters. Then I bring all of them together. Then I created something, and I'm able to capture and engage you at the end of the day. So what is that?
I don't agree.
So now I keep going back to people like Brain Jotter. There are other examples too.
Brain Jotter is an entertainer. His content does not fall into the category of irritable content that we're talking about.
Okay, so are you talking about irritable content? Because
We're
you're changing the
talking about
conversation now.
content.
No.
Because I think I've been more on irritable content.
That's what I
That's
wanted to say now.
what I'm
That
talking
will be
about.
focused on the content creators that are doing irritable
Because
things.
they're in the large majority.
I don't think they are in the large majority.
No.
They
I
are
think
now.
so.
I don't think.
No. That's an impression I have.
Maybe
First of all,
Yes,
first
that's
of all,
the
first of
impression.
all,
They
first of
that are
all,
yet
you don't consume content in life. You already said that.
But
You
I
already
do.
said so.
What I mean? I do for them.
I don't know the kind of content that you do. I'm on all social medias. That's the first thing. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Truth Social. I'm on Truth Social. I'm on X,
Snapchat.
I'm on Instagram. I'm on Snap. So when it comes to content and
You are
people that
solid.
created, I'm sucked in. And I think that Nigeria has let's just say about 70% good content. To be honest, right? I mean, let's talk about content creators. We have wasabi.
Yeah.
No, that's a good
You
content.
understand?
That's
We have
good content.
we have.
Oh, but those are good.
Even Pella.
Okay. Pella, sorry.
don't spoil
Even Pella, even Jarvis. I mean, Jarvis is even.
No.
I mean, the
Even
AI.
Jarvis.
The AI.
Yes.
That was
Understand?
good.
We have them more.
But you know the business
than
intelligence
people
that's
okay.
that's
Give me examples of content creators that do irritable content, and then I will give you for each one that you mentioned. Don't let me put myself on the spot.
But what about-
I can give you double of that number.
What about
that do
Archangel?
good content?
Who is
Which angel?
Markangel?
yeah.
Yeah, it does good content. It's entertainment now. He's the one that brought out Emmanuela.
You know there's also
He
the
does
business
drama.
dimension that's involved also in making this money as well.
Okay, we need to
So
wrap
they know
up
the
now.
right people to this.
We
They
need
know
to
the right
wrap
people
up.
to me. They know how to
But
make
we-
this money, how to
but-
fetch this volume of money.
You understand?
So
business
there's
don't work,
a
though.
business dimension that is there. There's the emotional dimension. There's the social dimension. There's the creative dimension. So it started with the creative dimension. Before you now go to the social, okay, what do people now think? So then you now go to the business dimension. How do they make this money?
Do you understand?
Then the emotional dimension of it. How do they engage you?
Do you
Now
understand?
you are saying it does not make sense. I mean, they've catch you.
No, they didn't
saw
catch
this.
me. I blocked them. They are blocked. They didn't catch me. I said it during the break that if I see that kind of content personally, I'm not just going to block you. You are going to the 3 dots. I'll make sure that I never come across it. Or anything that looks like this, especially for Facebook. You know, Facebook would ask you, are you interested in this type of content? No, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Because I think that it also impacts on the sort of generation that we are breeding.
People
And
like
what-
Francis Elenu. People like
Very
Macaroni.
intelligent people.
No, but those are entertainers now. Those are entertainers now.
Some level of them to create such things.
Now is like a
You know
Yes.
the irony is that you're not the ones that make the irritable content. I don't know their names
I don't even know their names.
because I don't consume their content. But I know that if I open TikTok today, the trendiest hashtags would possibly be something that doesn't make sense.
And no, so but probably okay. So as a TikTok,
And you're saying that as long as you're able to do it,
this
get
guy
engagement
that
and make money.
interviews actors and actresses. What's his name? Baby something.
Teddy baby face.
no,
No, touch baby face.
Teddy baby face
No,
now.
it's Bayu.
Bayu.
So what would you say about Bayu?
Sarcasm? What do you mean? That's top-notch content.
I mean, most of the content I'm talking
No,
about.
those are the
that's
poppy.
it.
I just told you that,
So sometimes come up with some of those questions that you usually ask online.
no, but that's good content.
So it takes a level of intelligence.
Of course,
That's what I'm saying.
with the examples you have given examples of the good ones. But
These
I
are those
still
I'm familiar
maintain
that
that on our Nigerian social media space, generally, I think that a large portion of it, the content does not make sense. They don't make sense. And then you don't require intelligence to make that sort of content. The one you've mentioned, that Bayu, it requires deep level of thinking. Planning, research. You don't just get up and ask those sort of questions. You research your guest. You find out the questions that would, do you understand?
Trigger.
That takes a lot of work. But those ones getting up in front of a camera and just,
So I think
you don't need intelligence to do
my
that.
bias is that, I just get to my final word. I think we're trying to wrap up.
Yeah.
So my bias is that for you to do stupid things consistently enough to blow on the internet and blow consistently, it takes a level of intelligence.
Okay. Final words.
Seconder. I second.
Final words.
I'm not really a fan of content creation, but for those that are actually churning out intelligent content, I say thumbs up to you guys.
Yes.
Please keep up the good work.
Right.
We love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, that's the end of this episode of Thinking Hard. We want to know what you think. The content that come out from Nigeria, how would you rate them? Are they intelligent or not so intelligent? And the content creators, does it matter what kind of content you create? And does it represent the kind of persons that we really are as Nigerians? This is Thinking Hard. Watch out for the next one.